Welcome back, party people. Tuesday now, so I uploaded my first video in a while earlier today, probably about an hour and a half ago, because it's 7 o'clock now. I just got out of lab. Today was a quick one, in and out in 30 minutes, and now we're at the gym. I forgot my car mount. It's actually in my trunk, so I have it. Obviously slightly different routine than normal because I haven't been recording these. So bear with me if I seem a little bit scattered brain while doing these, or like things just aren't consistent because I haven't done them in a while. So with that said, today we have 2 count bench. I think this block it's a little bit different. Let's see, the last block was 3x2 at 5, which usually means 3 sets of 2, last set at 5. Today we have 3 sets of 2, 5, 6, 7. So ascending RPE, which means essentially first set at 7. Try to maintain the load if I can, but if I have to go up, if I can go up, if I have to go down, we can do that. And then we got some Romanian deadlifts and then some accessories. I've actually really been liking the Romanian deadlifts. They've helped a lot, but that's kind of a whole long story, and I want to train. So hopefully I'll have some time to kind of dig into why I like heavy RDLs, because I have sets of 6 to 8 at, I mean, it's RP 7 week 1, but like most people when they do RDLs they're doing like 10 to 12, 12 to 15, and I'm over here doing 6 to 8. So I'll kind of dive into why I like doing that a little bit more. But that being said, I am going to finish my monster, just kind of sit here with some music going, and get into the gym in a couple minutes. And today's nothing too crazy. It's kind of a primer day for Thursday bench, but I want to try to get some stuff done before one of my roommates gets here, because he has his week 4 primary squat. He's equipped, so I'll be wrapping his knees and doing all that kind of stuff. So I want to at least be able to get in and do what I need to do before he gets here and pulls my attention away, which isn't bad. I love the kid to death, but you know, I do want to try to get my stuff done as well. So we're gonna try to get into the gym and get most of that done before he gets here, so I can I don't have to try to balance my focus a little bit. And if I have to take a little bit of a longer rest on accessories, it is what it is. But with compounds, I kind of like to want to move fast and keep consistent rest periods. So that is enough yapping. Just gonna listen to some music for a couple minutes, finish this up, and then we'll get in there and get started.
Games. Stop. You're too old to fucking say that. Yes. Game. What are we talking about, Joe? The floor. Can you show me a picture? Yeah. This guy's like 5'1". She's 6'4". She's like, which girl? Wow. He had bruises in his back. All over his shoulders. He's 6'4", and he was 5'10". I put every move in the book against 2006. Maybe that's why I got scared.
Okay, it is Wednesday. We're on our way to the gym. We got some accessories. Oh, sick. I was stuck at railroad crossing because of a train, and it just finished. So, we get to start driving now. I got my mount so I can actually drive, although it's not the most secure. I think I just need to tighten it more. I don't know. I'll look at it later, but camera's kind of moving a little bit, rotating. Not exactly sure why. I'll figure it out, but whatever. Let's see, yesterday was phenomenal. Bench felt really, really good, like really, really strong, really, really poppy. And my feet were slipping too. So I took 145, which for a 3x2, you know, that's on the upper end for me. And it moved just how we were expecting, or better than we were expecting actually. So whole new presser, but I mean that's gonna come with the heavier body weight, because right now we're sitting around, I think, 244 this morning. So we're still sitting in that low to mid 240s, which is good. We're gonna keep pushing that body weight up over these, I think it's 10 more weeks, something like that. Whatever, that's not necessarily something that's super important. Obviously it is important, but like, you know, we're going to train. And a little bit more about yesterday. I took 500 for RDLs, beltless, which I have never done before. I did 2 sets of 8 in like 6 minutes, so that just absolutely fried me. And then spotted my buddy, wrapped his knees, did all that kind of stuff. Finished up with the accessories, took them a little bit lighter just because I was a little bit fried after those RDLs, and then wrapping or doing knee wraps. So I didn't really take them that much lighter, but they were a little bit, right? If I think yesterday I did like 2 plates on both. I probably could have done, and in the past I've probably done like 2 plates and, you know, a 10, 2 plates and a 25, but you know, we didn't do that yesterday. So, you know, just, I mean, it's week 1. Not super concerned about it. We got home, we ate, not my best meal, but I had already eaten dinner and didn't really have anything else, and I was hungry. So, we made do. But today, I got up, I have class or something on campus from 9 a.m. basically through 4. Like pretty much straight. I have like a design class. Design of mechatronic systems is the actual name. So I have that class. Then I go right into a meeting for the gym. From that meeting, I go right into one of my just like gen eds that I need for graduation. So I'm taking a history class, which I'm actually taking 2 history classes just to get them out of the way. They're somewhat easy. Then I went from that first history class to a lab, to TA. I had an hour break for lunch, went to another history class, then went from that history class back to the lab till 4, went home, carved up a little, hung out, you know, changed clothes, and now we're on the way to the gym. So today we got an accessory day. I love accessories. Like, this is probably one of my favorite days of the week, especially recently. I just have really been enjoying doing my accessories and having this extra accessory day, but this mount is not cooperating the way I want it to, and I don't want my camera to fall. So I'm gonna wrap this up. We'll see how packed the gym is. It might be a mic'd up, it might be a whatever. We'll kind of see what the vibe is when we get there. But I'm gonna wrap this up because I am getting to a light, so perfect opportunity for it. And we'll see you guys in the gym. If it's quiet, I'll do voiceover, or not voiceover, mic'd up. If it's a little bit busy, I don't know. I can get very sporadic, I guess is the best way to put it. But that being said, I do want to get this unmounted before this light turns green. So I'm gonna wrap this part up here, and we'll see you guys in the gym.
You're crazy dude, bro. That's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of strength.
And an extra rep.
Okay, and we are going to jump into our second movement. Or I guess technically this is first movement, just second set. 90s, just keeping it a little bit lighter, focusing on longer range of motion, a little bit higher reps. So you saw me do the 120s. That was my second set of 7, which was a pretty big PR. But I wanted to do a little bit more range of motion, a little bit higher reps. So these are 90s. I think I failed on 12. And then we'll move into this machine press. This day is kind of just more accessory focused, hypertrophy. So a lot of these movements, aside from that shoulder press, will be a little bit more of the range of motion, feel a stretch, and actually feel the contraction when I go to press as well, or do whatever movement. Like I really want to try to feel a squeeze. So when I'm doing the machine press, I'm actually trying to really focus on driving with my pecs and not letting my tricep and shoulders take over. So this is just, I believe this is the same weight, and as you can see, I'm doing like a little bit of a slower rep, really just focusing on feeling that chest contract and moving the weight with my chest, doing a little bit of a pause at the bottom too, slight controlled, what is that, concentric, or eccentric, sorry, and that'll be a pretty standard theme with these movements, especially with these bicep curls. So, pause at the top, pretty slow on the way down. I could do slower, but this is kind of the sweet spot for me. And today is just kind of, like I said, a fun, pumpy day. So we're going to be doing some fun stuff. And I believe I did 10 to 12 on this exercise as well. I don't remember what set this is. So today was pretty busy when I got into the gym, so that's why we're doing the voiceover, and which is good because I forgot to do an outro, so I can kind of talk about the session using the voiceover as well. And moving into one of my favorite exercises is lateral raises. I really like doing them on this bench. I just feel kind of pretty stable in control. I can, don't really have to worry about swaying too much, but I can still focus on trying to move some heavy weight. And then once I can't do that heavy weight, I believe those were 45s. I'll drop it 10 pounds, I'll grab the 35s, and I'll do kind of another AMRAP. And that was all I did for lateral raises today. Nothing too crazy. I like to throw in at least a little bit just so I can get some, shoulder stimulus, because big shoulders equal big bench. So then we'll move on to tricep extensions. And like I said, this day is pretty quick. I'm going to kind of chew through these, and I didn't want the video to be 30 minutes long, so I'm just kind of showing 1, maybe 2 sets if I have like a different camera angle. But this is by far one of my favorite movements. It's essentially like a JM press, but set up on a cable. I get a really good contraction, and it just makes me feel really strong. So we're going to keep doing them. It's a lot of fun. This is one of the new movements I've added in. I don't even know what you would really call it, but as you can see, I'm kind of struggling because these handles aren't the best. They're actually made for a lat pull down, but the only other kind of D handles that this gym has are the all metal ones, and they kind of bang into my forearm and just aren't super comfortable. So we make these work, and this will be our last movement for today, but it's just kind of fun, pumpy, and overall a really, really good session, and we're just going to spam some reps out here, and then we'll call it a day.